Shit. Barely even moving around here. Mm-hmm. Some days. Right, I need to go and turn that one on. This first. Go, huh? What to do today? I gotta go make dinner. Get a couple of things done, righteous. Shit. Turn that on, keep that on for now. Just in case I get open run today. Connection. All right. Because now I'm live.
Huh?
I said, because now I'm live.
Sorry you had to hear that, but that's what my superhero name was. And then my daughter told me no one would like me because of my name. She's like, Dad, nobody would want you to save them because of your name. She said she would call herself Miss Teleportation.
Miss Teleportation. I'm sorry, but did you get that pun?
What?
Miss Teleportation means that you teleport to a place you don't want to.
I get it. Are you making a video?
God damn, that's funny. Yeah.
Is it recording?
Yeah, we're live.
Live.
Live stream. He runs into the corner. What's up, bro?
I'm not trying to be on live.
Why not?
I'm not very handsome.
Who gives a shit? I'm about the ugliest fuck on the planet.
What?
Man, are you kidding me? I make stomped mud look freaking pretty.
Whatever, Wayne. You're not an ugly looking person.
I make stomped mud look pretty.
Beard makes your head look big, but that's about it.
I got a big head.
Nicotine?
Yes, good idea. But pardon me. I'm live streaming, so yeah. Give me a second.
Did they hear that black N-word joke?
I'm sure that somebody heard it.
Man.
I heard it. Dude, I don't care. You use it as a word for that. That's actually a derogatory term for somebody who does not adhere to their responsibilities.
Oh, it could be anybody.
Yeah.
Oh.
It could be anybody. It's not just somebody who's black.
Oh.
God. That's why people get it confused and think it's racist. It's because it's not for that. It's for entirely different shit. The word Negro means black. The word nigger means you.
So should I call myself Black Negro?
That's up to you.
If I was a superhero, I think I would be called Black Negro.
All right. I'm mad at you. Dude.
Go on, big guy.
Yeah. So I'll do this. So that your face ain't on there. But I got to keep an eye on this.
Yes. Live streaming and stuff.
Since you do not consent, I guess is what you're saying. Oh.
I'm just not a really nice looking person.
Bro. Who gives a fuck if you look nice? You are my brother. That's what it's about. I don't give a fuck. You look like fucking hammered crap laid over the top of a fucking chain link fence. I'd still fucking call you my brother.
Yeah. You look like hot steaming crap. I'll get your hot crap here. Get your hot crap here.
It's Bob's lighter.
This is your lighter.
I have several.
This one's mine.
I have a purple one that's at that same size, so
Yeah.
just make sure that if I lay it down, don't pick it up. Like I said, man, it's one of them things. I always make sure I got at least one lighter in my pocket. Now I don't have any. That bothers me.
What happened if I put a laser pointer on that thing?
What, on the HDR 50?
Yeah.
Nothing. It wouldn't be very accurate to the laser pointer.
No?
You know, because you've got to arc the slug out of this, dude. It's like a really powerful slingshot. really fucking powerful. Like one that would use a compound bow rather than using slingshot bands, because you can only accelerate lead to about 70 feet per second with slingshot bands, but with like a compound bow, you can do about 350, 400 feet per second. This is moving about 450 feet per second.
Oh. No firing pin.
Yeah, no firing pin. Lovely, isn't it? I'm going to put myself on there so that we can see what we're talking about here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Freedom Forum. YouTube, for your understanding, this is for educational purposes only. We are talking about this model of air pistol. And yes, it is an air pistol. It is completely unloaded. Don't get your panties in a wad. Jesus wept.
Did he weep?
Bitter tears of joy because I got through all that without having a heart attack.
I was just wondering if Jesus wept. I think he wept with tears of joy when you got out of your situation.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I know you did.
I mean, I could be an ass and say, yeah, we're all brothers in Christ, but I'm not Christ. I'm Blaine.
Are you in Christ?
Always.
All right.
Just not in the way that most people would think of it like that.
Well, not that way either. I didn't mean it that way. Jeez.
I'm a Christian.
Yes,
I do not. To an extent, I am a Christian. I'm a Christian spiritualist.
I am a Christian, and I do not do those things to Christ. I am not in Christ right now.
Oh my God. My brother bombing my stream here. I'm not mad.
I'm sorry.
Like I said, dude, it's not like freaking all these fucking dumbasses come up on here and fucking be mooning people and fucking showing his dick and fucking.
Who does that? That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's what's his name? Aldi1K. Aldo.
Does he at least have a nice package or no?
Dude,
nice
I don't look at that shit.
Look at it?
I don't look at that.
Happen to be on the computer and just whoop, there it is, and like, oh no.
They're just like, oh damn.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even see all that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm live. What you mean, Aldi's live? Holy shit! I'm gonna have to check that out. Make sure that he's not up my ass. Yes, he is. Damn. See, I love this shit. He waits until people get into the room and start just, chilling out. And then he gets up there and starts going, all right, let's fucking raid people. See, the problem is that this is the stream that's going to come up on, because everybody's logged into this one. And this is the No BS stream. Anybody that Okay, so nice. All right. Now, I'm not one to go and keep him running in the background, but
200 a month, dude. Give me 200 a month.
I'm sorry. That about made me want to throw up. Motherfucker actually asking for trouble. Something my mama taught me. Don't go borrowing trouble. Mm. That's the kind of person. Yeah, he's on a rant about some asshole. I'm not very big on the idea of going and borrowing trouble. It's good to keep an eye on people, though, especially when they go and they do something stupid. Uh, but, thanks for coming in. There you go, song. That's what's up. Hey, cuz, did I ever shit? Did I ever hook you up? I need to hook you up, son. That's just what's up. Um, why has it not loaded? Yeah, he learned "fuck you" in Russian today. I love that. Uh, Something just done happened. What is going on here? Mm, what happened now? Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's out there. Keep your eyes peeled. You know, eyeballs in the back of your head. sort of thing. All right. There we go. There he is. How you doing, cousin? Enjoy your blue zoot suit. I'm gonna put that. Yeah, it happened. They came after me. Stream sniper out there. Um, I'm gonna put that quote up there, cause that's a righteous one. Honestly. Worry is the interest paid by those who borrow trouble. Yeah, and this is why I got cut. All right. So, let me see here. Did I do that already? Oh shit, I did not. Well, now. I'll pin it up there. Is it gonna let me? Oh shit. It won't let me now. All right. That's good. Fine. Won't let me pin my own damn comment. That's cool. Shit happens. That's okay. We just go back and we do it again. Because guess what? I love it when people try to fuck with people. Let's have that. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. No. All right. Yeah, YouTube is doing some shit that's weird. Correct. Song, that is correct. Do not bite the bait of pleasure until you know there is no hook beneath it. I love that quote. That's true history right there. He's wanting to hang it up. Yeah, maybe enough people got through to him. Sometimes it takes a little bit of shock and awe. Can I say? The internet did what they do best. And y'all did a fucking phenomenal job. All right. Keeping an eye on the shitstorm. Hun's everything else. Jealous of people making money on YouTube? Man, I'll tell you something. I'm jealous of people making. And one other thing about why I might cut out every now and then. I also got a couple of things running in the background trying to keep an eye on shit. So, yeah. There you go. Interesting we go. Okay. Quick thing real quick to do on this side. Up to date. Oh, fuck that. I ain't doing none of that bullshit. Not right now midstream. I ain't stupid. That can wait till later. Oh, great. That's what I was waiting for. Okay. Okay, let me go and see if I can get this. Where is? Oh, right. Okay. Studio. YouTube. Open. Keep yard open, just in case of shit. Now, I'm probably going to end up going and clearing out my bait stream just as soon as Jackass is done with his bullshit. But like I said, keep an eye on it. Anyways, this is supposed to be a freedom forum. We're not going to let him troll over the top of us and roll our shit down. Fuck his bullshit. Stop being racist because he's 6% black. Did y'all see the beginning of the stream? That was my brother. And I mean that's my brother. Fuck your racism bullshit. I ain't about that. Leave your privilege at the door. Shit. Yeah, no, I don't give a shit about racism. I got so many different colors, creeds, and races to me. I'd make somebody who's coming from a fucking purist point sick. But I tell you, you know, when people go and they another one. I'll be right back. Okay, why is my pocket talking? Oh, okay, which pocket is talking? Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah. Holy crap. All of a sudden, hey? My pocket was talking. Tells me somebody went and backdoored it. Oh, yeah, Moose, brother, you gave me a list already, but oh, this is a forward. Okay, never mind. Yeah, Moose gave me this already. All right. Oh, he was telling his trolls to not be racist. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they ain't happy. Because if you're trying to attract that kind of personality, you're inevitably going to find just whatever kind of hate is out there. And otherwise, you're going to run that kind of hate away. And when people have that kind of hate, they don't let it go. And that's not something that I'm just saying. It's something that's real. You know, I ain't happy about it. Doesn't mean that I'm going to go out and fucking walk the streets and damn protest because I think that's going to make a difference. I'm not going to go and riot with these asshats because no, that ain't going to make a difference. What makes a difference, as far as that is concerned, is confronting it head on. You get in that person's face and you let them understand why that's not a cool thing to do. It's not adult. Adult means mature. Yeah, carry yourself mature. Upright, upstanding. Otherwise, you're a waste of space and a waste of air. A goddamn waste of good food. Can I say? Yeah, I'm trolling these kind of people real hard, but there's only one person I hate, and that's the hateful. I got a lot of hate that I hold inside, and I keep it away from me because it makes me a dangerous and angry person. So that's why I try to keep myself upright and upstanding. Now, I want to quickly Gruyard. So, anyways, I want to apologize for my demeanor a couple of days ago. So yeah, number 7 up there, whoever that was probably our troll, our stream sniper. Just so you know, I'm not bullshitting, dude. I've seen this shit happen before, and that's where I learned it. From these assholes. Turnabout's fair play in my book. That's why I don't go after people until they come after somebody who is in my crew, my gear, my fam, as it was. That's right, Debbie. Always nice to win the fairway. Johnny, last night or what, brother? You're walking away from the fight. was about to say, you're going to walk away from the fight. I'm fine with that, brother. But, just try and do things righteous. And as I was saying before, I need to apologize for my demeanor. I did not mean to be aggressive this morning. However, that's about the time of day where I do become that way. So, my apologies, all right? I care for y'all, and I don't want to be that kind of asshole. That's not who I am. I got boosted a little bit better. All right, Wi-Fi is boosted. All right, we should catch up here a little bit. Okay, I need to refresh this page, and I need to refresh. Okay. Let me refresh this page, and it's probably going to kick me off when I do. Hold on. Thanks for being here, Jay.
Well, you don't need to thank me. You feel obligated to.
For what, brother? For what?
Because that's my mom too.
Well, like I said, thank you anyways, brother.
I know if Grandma were still around, then if Grandma needed help, you'd help her.
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat, brother.
Yeah. So, yeah. Matter of fact, you actually did. Didn't I call you?
Yeah.
Before the incident happened, I called you to come down to take care of Grandma for a little bit, and then she went to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You've done it for me before, so.
Thank you, though.
You're welcome.
Glad y'all are having a good one. Here, let me drop that old one here real quick again. If you want to, you can come up. Or if you don't want to, that's fine. This is the Earlybird Freedom Forum. Okay. There you go. Yeah, that was my brother Jeremiah. He told me he doesn't want to be on camera, so I don't want to insult his pride or anything. That's a good man there. All right. Okay. Clear all that out. Your mobile hotspot on a cell phone? Well, yeah, you probably would only be able to do audio, which is fine. Just so long as, again, I've known y'all forever. I'm just saying to whoever may in the future be watching, in the crowd, this is how you do it. Be honest about it. And yeah, if it's choppy, I'm sorry, but I will kick you off, just because it's detrimental to the rest of the stream, the rest of the folks in the stream too. And that's what Dangerous will do as well, just because. All right, that's not to be mean to y'all. Hello, Bella. And for all those that I did not say hello to already, I apologize. I'm half asleep and still going. Slept on the floor last night, as I do every night when I'm here, because I can't sleep in the back of my truck if I'm here at the house. Damn security guard will go and call the cops on me. They're strange. And cops will laugh at him too. I've seen it happen. They've laughed at these people like, oh, why are you calling us for? He's asleep in the back of his truck. Who cares? Oh, we just don't want people coming in out here breaking into other people's cars. That's not going to happen around me, son. I might accidentally break your window after shooting somebody through them and hitting the window, but ain't nobody breaking into your car around me. And that's the reality. See, I do watch out for those people who are around me at all times. A lot of people don't recognize that, that's an actual service. That's the step beyond. That's where you go for, or you cross the line from being average Joe citizen to becoming average Joe militia. See, I could actually do all this and just change the way that my face looks by messing with my beard enough. Oh, and this. Yeah, my jawbone moves. Makes my face look wider. Some creepy shit you could do when you've actually been into some shit and you get hit in the face or, get broken bones. Because this portion of your body, actually, these bones don't really ever heal because they're so brittle because they have to be hard. How was my day? It passed fairly quickly. I was asleep. Don't be transforming my good looks. I love that. There's not much of a change in there, but it's just certain parts of my anatomy on one side of my face that I can do it. Like, it just expands my face a little bit. It doesn't hold for very long though. And it really it's irritating because it makes my ear all feel like I'm swimming or something. All right. That's nice. My good looks. I look like hammered crap been dragged over a rock pile. Oh, there's Virginia. Hi. Oh, man.
How we doing?
Sounds good. 5x5.
Yeah, he just got cut over there as well as.
We talking
Are you froze or am I froze? Okay.
No,
I think we're both. Yeah.
Well, shit happens.
Yeah, sorry.
Then you find a handy wipe.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty funny. And what's ironic is he was actually trying to teach them how to do their job more intelligently. He was like, if you go to a tarot place, ask for a reading and then fuck with them. If you go to a cooking place, ask a question about food and then fuck with them. Like, he's giving them tips how to do their jobs more smartly, which is hilarious because it's all ignorant.
That's excellent.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sitting here like, yeah, you could instruct you could lead a horse to water,
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
when it comes down to it, we all troll on our own specific levels. But I'm just saying, that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna troll somebody. I'm gonna fucking shut that shit down right now and stop it.
We do that to each other in a way. We kind of joke each other, but if you start doing the way that they do, then you cross the line with
Yeah, you do cross a line with it.
people's mental health, and maybe one day they'll grow up.
You could pray,
Yeah,
but
we
just
can
remember how often prayers are answered.
right? That's true. Yeah, I
I'm
guess
sorry.
that's true.
I'm not trying to bag on God here. Look, I have many beliefs, but prayer in the ideal of actually getting a physical effort is not one of them.
You're right. I think there's an investment to that. You can't just pray and do nothing. You can employ faith and offer up prayer, but if you don't actually do something within the situation and help yourself a little bit, I don't think there's going to be any God coming for you.
Faith without works is dead.
Very good. That good one. You're exactly right. That's exactly what I was saying. Yep.
People okay. That's a good one to have up there. People let government decide which foods they eat and medicines they take. Their bodies will soon be in a sorry state as their souls who live under tyranny. Thomas Jefferson. Thank you, brother.
That's a wonderful quote. You've put up quite a few Song of the South, 3 or 4 now, that are just brilliant.
Well, that's my cousin. He's a historian, a Confederate by heart and by God, and a good man. I appreciate him a lot. So,
Yeah, no doubt. I've got a handful of cousins, and I don't know any of them. Our families are just scattered apart, and it's kind of sad, but you make friends. You kind of can make your family in a way.
depends on whether or not your family are of a similar ideal. Most of my family don't see eye to eye with me. That's all right though, because I am first and foremost of a price mind, and that's because I've had to be of a price mind. That's very highly prized if you take the separation of similes there.
Yeah. You're actually a really deep person. I've listened to you for a long time. I've seen what you type and say, and you put things together in a philosophical way that connects a lot of dots, in my opinion.
I've had to collect and connect a lot of dots in my life because you can't walk through life being a lone wolf variety and not do that, because otherwise you're so blind to the world it's going to come out of nowhere and smack you dead. You've got to be just all.
Uh-oh. Oh, I don't have a song prepared, everybody. Blinded by the light. Yeah. Wrapped up like a deuce, another loner in the night, blinded by the light. Sorry for the
She got down, but she's never gonna make it. She'll just make it through the night.
See? And you said you didn't have a singing voice. I agree with your point, though. You know, wolf pack of one is only going to get so far. You've got to have your den with you at some point, and just doesn't work to try and do everything all alone. Although, I mean, there's strength to that too. Oh, dang it, you guys! I got to write down a whole repertoire because yesterday we had some really good songs that fit the tone, like "Kumbaya" and all kinds of stuff. Dang it! All right. Y'all are going to have to start putting in requests for my flat tire voice. Oh, Bella, I'm glad you got some rest. Debbie, that is really, that's true. Love raids are good, not hate raids. The love raids that we do when we go around and we give channels love and say hello, those are a lot of fun. That's what makes you feel good at the end of the day. I think that miserable people are the people who do the miserable raids. If you're just a sad piece of shit on the inside, you're going to release that sad piece of shitness somewhere. And that's why they shit all over all the rest of us that are really good people just trying to hang out. So,
YouTube had a failure to communicate mentally and heard gunshots in the background of me.
uh-oh.
Welcome to LA.
Blaine, I have to jump off. You know that problem I always have? It happens at 9 o'clock. I can hear it firing up, and it's going to knock me out a lot. I can hear the bass right now. I'll be in the chat, but I can't. I'll try and come back if sometimes it's like half an hour they do it, but I don't want to mess up your stream.
All right.
Okay, I'll be here though. All right.
Bye. Or yeah, you can just you can do whatever. Doesn't bother me. Yes, that is great right there. Oh, that is just excellent. That's comedy. That's trolling on a whole different level right there, cuz. 9 p.m. and midnight? Really? Huh. I wonder about that bass. There's a couple of different electronic systems that we use around the United States. And they come online when, I guess you could say a few of those folks who have alternative capabilities come online or do other things. Yep, we just got the EMP here. Okay, we're working back to it. Coming back. It's going to be all right. Give it a couple of seconds. We got one charging up out here. They should be powered up and everything fine by now. Takes about like 5-10 minutes. It's the way that an electromagnetic. I should say it's having to do with the way that an electromagnetosphere works, in that once it has actually moved its sphere of influence, the magnetic potential outside of where you are at, once you're inside that bubble, everything works fine. That's why your Wi-Fi router works at a specific distance from it. Yeah, it's for comms.
Hey there.
You
That
should be
makes
better off,
once they set out the bubble that I'm kind of in it, because it completely screws me up for several minutes. And I'm right by an air station, and I think it has to do with that. I'm not 100% sure, but because we'll get flight activity for various things around those hours, 3, 6, 9, 12, day or night.
Mm-hmm. And if you remember, when I was out there in the desert, I would at certain times I'd get cut off, and it for me, I have this piece of metal in my jaw. I can feel every wave hit me.
Oh wow! Holy shit, dude. What kind of metal is in your mouth?
Titanium and stainless steel.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
yeah, it doesn't matter what kind of metal it is. Every kind of metal reacts to electromagnetic influence differently. So
Wow.
I'll get like a ringing in my ear, or it'll feel like it pushes my jaw around without me doing anything.
Right. Dude, that is a trip. I don't have any fillings. I never had dental insurance, so I just get them pulled if it goes bad, which is
No,
just
guys, it's not my feelings. That's
Oh,
the
it's
thing.
not?
You can feel your feelings really well because they're in, it being in your teeth, it's right on the end of a nerve ending. But this is a bar in my jaw that does this.
A bar. Well, now we have to know why you have a bar in your jaw. I've got to know that.
I've explained that one so many times.
Oh man, well I must have missed it. Maybe there's someone in here that doesn't know.
Got into a fist fight with my brother's cousin because he thought one thing and did not recognize reality and was probably high on drugs at the time. And that's why I don't fight with meth heads.
Right. Note to self: don't fight with meth heads. Got it.
And yeah, all the teeth that I had that had actual silver mercuride fillings,
Mm-hmm.
those were all those fillings were replaced with a special kind of enamel filling.
Right.
And y'all remember if any of you had those dental appointments, or your dentist, went and told you to do that, there's actually a reason why. It's because we use a lot of electromagnetic influence in the air around us, and it can actually cause toothaches and other things.
Yeah, that's interesting because when I was if you have an immunological issue, you might be recommended to remove all of your fillings because the heavy metals will end up leaching into your system and wrecking your immune system even more. It's I'm not a hugely conspiratorial person, but I think the dental industry is pretty interesting because it's a dental spirochete, which is a bacteria shaped like a corkscrew that travels from your mouth to your heart and causes a ton of heart issues and heart disease. Yet dentistry is almost never covered by insurance. They don't put a priority on making it affordable for people. But oral health, your mouth and your asshole, you got to keep right.
Mhm.
The in and the out has got to be right. Your body will tell you if something's wrong if the in and the out aren't correct.
The in and the out, and the one that's going on the way through will also tell you.
Yeah, your plumbing.
Yeah, your internal plumbing is the most important part of you. A lot of people don't recognize that, but here's one of the amazing things about that: proper diet and enough exercise, not overwhelming exercise, and not getting enough. It's important to stay within that special range where it's perfect, because if you get too much exercise, you can actually cause irreversible damage.
Yep.
When I say irreversible damage, I mean your heart will not be able to keep up with it, because your veins or whatever, they expand or they dilate to a certain point, and then they can't contract back. Now,
The body heals itself, though.
for instance, you see this, right?
Yep.
The biggest vein on most people's body is the one that goes right down through there. It becomes huge right here. That's where everybody gets their IV.
Yep.
The reason for that is because in all reality, this is the one vein that can actually dilate to beyond a certain point and has the elasticity to go back to nothing.
Uh-huh.
There's every other vein in your body cannot go beyond a certain point.
Okay. Interesting.
And that's why it has flap valves in it. Not like the it's not like your arteries, which have a 3-point compression valve. It's a flap. It's literally just like this. It opens and closes like that, instead of opening and closing in 3 different points where you got one flap here, and one flap that comes up the middle.
So it's like a valve.
Yeah, they're different. It's a different type of valve in your body that's in your vein versus in your artery.
Right.
In your arteries, the reason why it's that 3-point valve is 2 of them face this way and 1 of them faces this way, so that blood can only push through in one direction.
Uh-huh. Right.
And the one that faces this way is always stiff.
Huh. Interesting. You're a wealth of knowledge. So the femoral is the biggest artery, though, isn't it?
No.
Which one is is it the one from your brain to your stomach?
Nope.
Oh, man. Now we're playing a game.
The one that goes and is over the top of your heart.
Okay.
It's called the aortic.
Uh-huh.
It's your aorta.
Yep.
It's the largest vein in your body. The largest, not the largest vein in your body. It's the largest artery in your body. The second largest artery in your body is the antera vena cava, which is right here.
Mm-hmm.
It runs right around the back of your rib cage and goes up into your heart. And it runs straight directly from the aorta down and around and comes right up front here, and then goes down the front here, and then that's your abdomina vena cava.
Right.
The point where it goes and turns down is the abdomina vena cava.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I got stabbed.
Oh, right. We were talking about that yesterday. Well, I know the one by the heart that you said, when you get a port for antibiotics or ports for whatever, they go straight into that one and straight into the heart muscle.
Well, it depends. If you're doing if you're doing a direct inflow for things like emergency liquids and emergency stopping medicines, like if somebody's had way too much potassium chlorate in their system, that's the heart attack drug.
Right.
The one thing that can either cause your heart to keep going and be proper, or the one that actually kills you.
Yep.
Because it's just potassium chlorate.
Mm-hmm. In fact, people who might be feeling that, if you eat a banana, or even potatoes have some of the highest potassium. You can die from not having just a little bit of potassium, like you're saying.
Yeah. You have to have some in your system, but too much will kill you.
Yep. Well, that's what they use
Um,
in lethal injection.
But here's the thing, though. It has to be in a form which is difficult for your body to break down. And in your veins, potassium chlorate is difficult to break down.
Mm-hmm.
In your stomach, it's not.
Oh, okay.
That's why they don't give it to you orally. So potassium chlorate, if it goes intravenously, in order to stop that, you need adenapin and what was the other one? I think it's like adenapin and trinol are the two drugs that you need to actually administer in order to make it so that the heart does not cramp during the administration of that drug, so your body won't die from it.
Yep. That's so interesting. So did you learn this in special training? How are you so knowledgeable? I'm very impressed.
All right. Like last night when I walked over, I mean, this morning, really, when I walked over and I was picking books off the bookshelf and saying, okay, this is where I saw this and that and the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just reading.
I have libraries. Libraries of knowledge. Yep. And most of the books that are here in the house, in my mom's house, are also all up here.
Mm-hmm. I do the same thing. I have hundreds of books. I read everything I can. In fact, one of my favorites, I haven't read it cover to cover, but I found a copy of Grey's Anatomy at the thrift store, and it's got every single piece of sinew in it. It's awesome. I encourage people to pick up books. You can get them free sometimes at senior centers. You can pick them up at library sales, thrift stores, and get that knowledge of the medical. Nursing books are awesome, as well as general survival, but nursing books are actually more useful than probably any other medical book.
There's one book, if I could actually, recommend one book that was recommended to me, it would be The Nursing Guide to Medicines, Medications, and Their Symptoms.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that.
That
Next
book right there, the one that's this fucking thick.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one. If you want a book that's actually going to do you some real good, that's the book.
Right. I will keep an eye out. I always look through the textbooks. If you go to a thrift store or if you go to bookstores or whatever, look through the textbook section, like college books, because that's where the nurses' books are. Sometimes they'll be under resource, but if you can find textbook section, go through it, man. Even things like how to fix your computer, little things that can get you a ways.
That's why I've always liked the textbook format better. Even though, the helpful handy guides and all that fun stuff is out there, I've always liked the textbook better because it's easier to find the actual knowledge, the specific knowledge in reference to what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. That's why it's called a textbook. It is a specific set of text, and all of that text can be referenced in the appendix.
Yes, I love an index and glossary.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's my favorite part of the textbook. Nowadays, it used to be that my favorite part of the textbook was actually reading.
Right. No, I get that. Totally get that. Encyclopedias were one of my intros to getting hooked on reading reference. And a lot of encyclopedias are kind of crappy, but man, my parents had piles of them, and there was nothing better than, because it's also random. It's just kind of in alphabetical order, like encyclopedia A through D, and every topic you can think of in there. Physician's directory reference, Debbie says, no doubt. That sounds amazing. Another book. One for books, I think, that for people is how to identify edible.
How to identify edible plants by Arthur Lewis, or would it be the Pedersen's Guide to the Flora and Fauna of North America? Or I mean, there's a lot of them.
Or even books about what bugs are edible. Just anything with foraging should have that kind of information. But
The Lost Book of
survival
Remedies.
stores.
There's a one right there. Lost Book of Remedies. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Debbie. Debbie, I'd like to see your library.
I just had to toss my parents because they got moldy in a shed. What the hell?
Oh, Debbie. I hear
Oh,
you.
your parents' books. Okay.
Oh, your parents' books. Oh my gosh, we're so wrong.
I'm sitting here like, what?
Me too. I was like, well, how do we give her consolation for this? Dang, Debbie, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. That was funny. That was freaking hilarious.
Girl. Oh man.
That's trolling on a whole new level.
Yeah. Tables are turned. Man.
Wow.
I'm dying. Me too, Debbie. I'm trying here.
Oh my God. Yes, I know. I'm laughing till I'm crying here. That was good. That was excellent. That was some adult humor
Yeah,
for
it
you.
was. Right? And we're totally feeling bad for you, but man, that was a slow catch on.
Slow burn.
Yeah, really, right?
That was like,
Wow.
yeah. Well done. Well done. Oh.
She's trying to make it worse. She said now they're ashy. Oh, Debbie.
Oh my God, that's funny. That was a good one. Slow burn.
You know, we all did need that, Debbie. I think that a really good laugh is part of the medicine of life, man.
Amen.
Oh no. Not the burger.
Your pup ate your hamburger. What? Now, what? He's got a cute little Pomeranian. I call him cute, but let me tell you something. That dog has the heart of a lion. Yeah, that's something else right there. I just was amazed by it. The breed is Pomeranian Wolfenspitzen.
Oh wow.
Is what he told me. So it's very interesting.
Oh, hey everybody. Well, about those little dogs, it's the smaller ones seem to have so much more feisty oomph to them. My little Chihuahua would have approached anything.
YouTube.
Yeah, I still got to write down a song list. I'm not ready. Oh, Debbie, yeah, we're all trying to gather ourselves. You did a fine job.
That was some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
So, any ideas? Come on, let's keep this rolling.
Okay. Ideas about what? I was just thinking about little dogs and how they think they have the biggest dicks. Go chomping at the ankles of anything.
It all depends really on the dog. If it's ever been used as a football, they do not act like that.
Yeah, true that. I guess that'd be true of anything.
Yeah. I wouldn't act like that if I've been used by a football. Oh wait. I do a
Yeah.
little bit, but I've been used for a football.
Do you have any pets? I think you showed a pet the other day. I can't remember everyone's animals.
I
Or
used to have some. I used to have some cats. I have had dogs. I appreciate having dogs better. They're easier to deal with. Um, and cats that I had got rabies, unfortunately.
oh no, that sucks,
They,
dude.
they probably had it before I ever took them in, and you do what you have to, and that sort of thing happens. But you try to show them love first.
So how did you know that they had rabies? What were the symptoms?
There's several symptoms to rabies, but the one that really stands out, and it's the last one to actually manifest itself, which is kind of sad,
It's the mouth.
is the when they do this sort of thing.
Oh God. Oh God. That
Yeah,
I almost didn't need to know that. That sucks, dude. How long can an animal live with rabies?
couple months.
Huh.
They stop
Wow.
drinking water, and then they'll stop eating, and then if they continue to eat, they'll end up getting like some form of. It looks like they've got worms because they're really fat
Mm.
around the belly, around just the belly section of the animal,
Yep.
but they don't have worms. It's that they can't digest most of the proteins, so it just ends up
Oh.
getting stuck in their gut.
Well, that's interesting. Oh, hey everybody. Uh, the Demorettes went down to Georgia looking for election to still. That's really good, Song of the South. That song kicks ass. I don't know if any of you have watched Charlie Daniels band. Kind of, I've seen it on video, them doing that song. It's really cool to see him live. I mean, I haven't seen him live, but if you could ever catch it, I think he died recently.
Song over there with that one. I like that. When was that? When was this written?
I can't remember. It has to be the 70s.
And Democrats went down to Georgia looking for an election to steal.
Yeah, I think Charlie Daniels band I think was really big later 70s, and I would guess that's when it was.
Charlie Daniels band sang "Devil Went
Oh,
Down
I
to
might.
Georgia."
Yeah, that's what
This is,
song that
I think, this is something from a feller that does a lot of parodies, actually,
Oh, like Weird Al.
like Weird Al.
Okay, Roger that. Well, the actual band, he fucks up that violin or fiddle or whichever he's playing. Like,
That's the difference between a violin and a fiddle. All right, a
okay.
fiddle, you saw on a fiddle. On a violin, you play.
Oh. Okay, but is the
Right?
device itself much different or the style
No,
of
the
play?
style is different
Okay.
between a violin and a fiddle, and not only that, but the actual body shape of a fiddle, because you have to have more room for a stroke, because you're using the whole stroke in order to actually play your notes.
Right. Yep.
See, whereas with a violin, it's you play your sharp notes up here, you play your deep notes, and you dance across the violin to play your violin. And your violin is normally, it's a smaller, for one, and it's got a wider body shape.
Uh-huh. Right. That was a good way to describe it. You're dancing across the
There's
strings.
Yeah, it's a different playing method all the way around, and it's a different instrument physically.
Right.
Fiddles tend to have more of a brassy tone, and really like to they like to do small, sharp, fast, and happy notes and whatnot. Whereas the violin has more of the more somber, the longer, more wavering wail to it. It's not so much of a brassy tone. That's how to describe
Yep.
it. There is a difference.
That makes perfect sense.
A fiddle, like I said, also has a longer playing neck, whereas a violin has this little tiny short playing neck. A fiddle has a playing neck that's about this long. If I were to be playing a fiddle, I'd be all the way back here. Okay, it's closer to a guitar. It's actually closer to a guitar that you're playing right
now. Do they call it right? Do they call it a fretboard like a guitar? That long board that you're holding with the violin?
It's not a fretboard on a violin or a fiddle. It's it's the neck.
Okay.
So you're just playing.
Does it even have frets?
No, there are no frets on a violin or a fiddle or a viola or a cello or a bass. No frets on them. What you're thinking of is the guitar and the bass guitar.
Yep.
And those do have frets.
Yeah, I played guitar. My dad taught me guitar. I always wanted to try bass, but I guess I didn't comprehend before those other stringed instruments did not have fretboards. How interesting. Was that a guitar?
No. That is that's my connection. Song was asking me a question.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I couldn't quite see.
All right, one more time.
Debbie's got a good point. The mandolin. Also, Debbie, I played ukulele. Oh, I see. I got it now. It kind of looked like an amp or something like that. Ukulele is so much fun. We were required to take Hawaiiana in Hawaii in school. And part of it, we learned hula, we learned ukulele, we learned the history and traditions of Hawaii because our country eliminated their monarchy. They actually had kings and queens into the 20th century, but not after we arranged to have that state. But they still made you learn about it, which I really respected and appreciated.
They still have an actual ceremonial king and queen. They'll do the Koi'oi float, where they go to the different islands on the canoes, and they hold a ceremonial Hawaiian king. It's no longer the way that it was. The way it used to be was bloody battle.
Yep.
Or capitulation.
They were savage.
Yes.
And, they were savage. All the islanders are savage as fuck. But like on one hand, I like that they do that ceremonial thing. On the other hand, it kind of makes their traditions a parade. And it, like, in a way it's disrespectful. In a way they're trying to be respectful. I'm in the middle on it.
Okay, well, I'm not in the middle of it anywhere because I'll point this out to you. Cherokee Nation was known as one of the most warlike nations of North America.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They were known for their weapons, for their tactics, for their war. They were known like very well.
Yeah.
And that's why they had such a large, what they called the Cherokee Nation. It's a large swath of area across the United States where they were allowed to go without any kind of fight or anything like that. And when you look at it, the reason for all of that was because of internal savagery.
Oh.
And yes, when I say internal savagery, I'm talking about the darkness within that I always reference. It's still to this day is part of, and a lot of people don't recognize this, but that's actually reality of your heritage. Okay, it does follow your bloodlines. Mm-hmm. So they were vicious in war. And that's what, when they do war dance or they do a war prayer, that nowadays is what it is a war prayer or a war dance. They
Okay.
are hailing the ancestors and asking for permission. That's what that's about. So if they
Yes,
were
it's
to actually ever
spiritual.
get permission from the ancestors, they'll go right back to it. That's what you don't understand. You always got to, that's big with them. You ask the ancestors for permission. If the ancestors say that it is righteous, then it's okay for you to go to war. As
Right.
far as, Cherokee people were concerned. And
I can
are.
appreciate that. The Japanese culture is similar as far as, in a way, they kind of call it ancestor worship. They do many rituals for the deaths, but they also continue to communicate with them in certain ways. Some places in Japan, I can't remember where it was, there's once a year you go back to their grave and you have a big party or celebration or whatever your family wants to do.
That's not what ancestor means to the Native Americans.
Oh, really? What does it
Yes.
mean?
To the Native Americans, the ancestors are the spirits that created the earth and that hold the earth in their power.
Got it.
They come to this earth as people, and then they die, and then they get placed back into the realm of the ancestors.
Hmm.
But the ancestors are not us per se.
Right. It's not your
we are
core.
physical on this plane. It's not. We don't. When we die, we're with the ancestors, but we are not ancestors. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
when we die, our spirit goes back to the ancestral plane. We become part of the ancestors, which is the spirits that keep and hold the earth, that keep the earth in balance.
So I'll preface this by saying that I'm not overtly religious. I am spiritual, but do they believe in a creator, or is it more of a Godhead, like God's?
It's not okay. I don't know how to put this because it's not a sense of gods.
Okay.
There is it's a sense of everything. Like a grand designer is what you're probably after, as
Sure.
far as the native side of it is concerned. A grand designer that made it possible for these things to happen, but not necessarily had any hand in it, did not touch in it, did not create in it. That was just something that was left to be done. And then was made better
Right.
by it.
So it's a collective of energies.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
I
just
love that.
literally another realm where we become energy.
Mhm.
And that energy is what dictates the way that the world is, on the ground level, per
Right.
se. That being said, it does not mean that we ourselves physically ever become ancestors. We are, like, our physical bodies die.
Hmm.
The spiritual side of us, the energy side of us, goes back and becomes part of the ancestors. The ancestors speak to us through that energy.
Right. It's kind of like an Akashic record.
Kind of like that, yes. Hey, Song, what's up, cousin?
Hi, Song.
Oh, hopefully his internet's not doing funny shit.
Okay.
May have to find that squirrel.
Right. I saw that earlier.
Wait, how
I
many
love
squirrels
that,
in the chat?
framework of the collective, because when I was younger, I always pictured that we all came from source and that we were all either a light beam or a drop of water or whatever off of that source, and that when we went out of this physical vessel that we would go back to the entire source, but not necessarily be completely autonomous. I think if we consider maybe there are past lives, maybe there are multi-dimensions, maybe there are, drops of water all come together, but they were at one time individual, then perhaps coming through life and that experience gives us some autonomy as an identified spark, if you will. But I feel more connected to the idea that we're of a total uniform spiritual source. I don't even know, honestly, and I don't talk about religion a lot, especially where we all hang out, but hi, Song. I don't even know if I think there's a male or female God, or if it's a male and a female, or 1 or 17. I'm not sure.
My pup ate my cheeseburger.
Oh, no.
Man. You all right, cousin?
Yeah.
All right.
He smelled that hamburger.
Yeah. That's the only downside to get to letting them have hamburgers is they go nuts on them.
Yep.
He knew I didn't want it because I set it down right next to him, and he finally got up and ate it.
He couldn't resist any longer. Boom, that's it.
He couldn't take it no more.
Right.
Yep. You're going to give me a cheeseburger. All right, I'll eat that. Mm-hmm.
Right. Where's the mustard?
That's a dog's life when they get to eat a cheeseburger.
Yeah. I'll make a dog.
I think I could survive off a cheeseburger.
Man, I don't know if I could. I would need a lot of vegetables. And I'm not a weird veggie person, but I actually like them.
I guess I'm just kind of a meat and potatoes kind of guy.
Yep.
Of course, that was the way I was raised. But I'm about as southern as you can get, and I despise grits.
Oh, there you go.
It
Yeah.
tastes like a bowl of wet sand.
I'm sorry. That was just funny.
It's understandable. A lot of people don't like the texture of them. I like them. I add a lot of cheese and I make it really savory, kind of like softer because I cook it a little longer, but I'll add all kinds of stuff. I get it though. It's none of my family likes grits. They look at me like I'm feeding them sandpaper.
People look at me real funny because I got this southern dialect. I mean, I was born in South Carolina, and I'm peaches, y'all, ma'am, grace, and God, and all that other happy stuff. But don't give me a bowl of grits.
That's hilarious.
I'm all right with grits, but I'm on that point of it's going in the way it's coming out.
I think what it was is when I was younger, my mother used to feed a lot to me when I was a little kid, and now I despise it.
That'll do it. That will do it.
It's like, Mom, don't give me no more grits,
Yeah, that'll make you despise it. You don't want to eat too much of one thing. Too much of a good thing's a bad thing.
Right. It's okay when you're like 3 or 4. Like my kid eats eggs every day for dinner. That's just what he wants. He walks up to the fridge, he grabs 3 eggs, and he's like, "This is duh. Why are you trying to hand me spaghetti?" Like,
I will tell you a funny story though, Blaine. I had a buddy of mine in high school. We were all drunk as a skunk, and we went over to this party, and he was hungry. And he went into the kitchen, he grabbed his can of cat food out of the refrigerator and made a sandwich out of it.
Oh no.
I was like, oh my God. Oh my, he says, I'm hungry, damn it. And he put mustard on it. And I was like about to throw up, you know.
Oh God.
As they
Was
eating
it
cat
the
food,
pate style?
eating cat food sandwiches.
Ugh.
I guess you would eat anything when you're drunk.
Well, I don't know about cat food sandwiches, but I'd eat the asshole out of an elephant.
Wow. I'm not
No,
sure
I'm
I'm
joking.
all
I'm joking. I wouldn't done that. I eat something, you know, because if I get hungry, I get kind of mean.
If you go eat an elephant, you're gonna need a big fork.
Yeah.
No, you just eat it one bite at a time.
He's a nibbler. I'd be curious, whoever's in chat, what is the worst thing that you ate if you were either drunk or half asleep, or if you have never been drunk, then you were just hungry that you didn't really realize what you were eating and you woke up and you were like, oh, what did I do?
I tell you what I ate when I was sober was octopus, and I those tentacles sticking to your teeth. Don't get it.
Oh, gosh.
It's like chewing on a rubber band.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't prepared properly, if that's what happened.
It was nasty. It was like pure tea nasty. And the more you chew it, the bigger it gets.
Right. Expands on you.
Yeah, I've had them. I haven't had the ones where they stuck to my teeth, but I have had it so that it was like chewing on rubber and it bounced like as if I was chewing on a super ball of flubber.
It was like chewing a rubber. It was like chewing a rubber band.
Mm-hmm.
That's gross. Ugh.
I worked in a sushi place, and they make it really thin. They slice it super thin, and it doesn't quite do that. But I get it, man. I would need a big chunk.
But the funny thing about it is, I've eaten everything from squirrel to rabbit to possum to raccoon, deer, anything that you could possibly think of. But that octopus, I just couldn't handle it.
See, I've had octopus where, unlike with when it's boiled, because when it's boiled, it is nasty. When you take octopus and you first got to boil it in order to get it to this point, but you boil it and then you take it across a cheese grater and you grate it down until you got a big old slaw of cooked octopus, and then you take that slaw and you fry it like a patty. And then you take that, you dip it in egg and tempura, and then you deep fry it. Now that right there is good. It's called calamari.
And I haven't. The only thing I haven't eaten yet is alligator. I'm not chasing after something that's got a shitload of teeth in it.
Oh, I'll go get me some gator. I got no problem with that. Mm-hmm.
We got plenty of gators around here, especially in the lower part of the state.
Yep.
Cat's probably seen quite a few of them.
I don't have a doubt that Cat's seen a few of them.
I mean, them things are living dinosaurs. I mean, I'm not screwing around with something that's been around for 1,000,000 years.
I put it this way. I'm a good enough shot. I can take one. But I don't ever want to actually try to take one unless I'm sitting there, you know, up a tree and have myself a dipping hook for it. And gaff hook, you know.
Give me some space to run.
No, they can run faster than you. And then do about 35 miles an hour.
Well,
my grandfather was from Louisiana, down there near Baton Rouge, and they went gator hunting all the time.
Yeah,
down in the bayous. You know, where be that?
They had
Where be
peg
that?
poles, right?
Where be that
The pole
Bojangles?
with the
You know?
shotgun on the shotgun thing on the end of it, and inside of a tube, and all you do is you go out there, you get them on a hook, and then you take that peg pole, you pop them in the top of the head, and they're dead.
Come back out of the swamp with a nub on your arm.
Right at the elbow.
If you,
Well,
if you miss, yeah.
It'd be like that old song from Jerry Reed, Amos Moses.
I've heard it's really good though if it's prepared correctly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
tastes
I've
like
heard it's not bad.
chicken.
Kind of like fishy chicken.
No, not even fishy. Tastes like chicken, like rattlesnake.
Okay.
Yeah, but it don't bite like a chicken.
Right. Well, if you want to clear the room, I can tell you the worst thing I ever ate, and actually it doesn't even fit my question. I wasn't drunk. I was like a teenager, young teens, and Hawaii. When we were moving from Hawaii to Guam, the people my dad worked with gave him a big party, and it was a luau. So, you know, there's the table with all the foods and everyone bringing stuff of the animal on the table with the apple in its mouth. I realized it was a dog.
A dog.
Yeah, I've eaten dog. It's not good.
I thought the Koreans was the only one that ate dog.
No, Filipinos, the Guam, anywhere that's poor, they eat anything. And the sauce for it, believe it or not, is from the Philippines. Dog is huge in the Philippines. It's warmed pig's blood. They'll slice the neck of the pig, they'll drain it into a bucket and make a sauce with it. Like they'll warm it up and then they dip all their meats in it.
If they eat dog, they can't have my Pomeranian.
Well, that's not a great meal. I think you're good. Pretty sure I had German Shepherd or something. It was a medium, large to medium. And it was like by the second or third bite, when I looked up and looked really close at the snout and the body, I was like, oh, that's not a pig. That is not a pig.
Yeah, I'm sitting here going, I know it's a delicacy in some places.
Yeah.
And I've eaten coyote, but I've never eaten dog, and you know, so there is a difference.
Yeah.
I knew that the North Koreans ate dog.
Yeah. Chinese also. It depends on where you are, but if you all remember those movies, Faces of Death, one of the first ones they did had puppies being prepared for a stir fry, and they used live puppies.
I'm sorry. Go. You were talking. Go ahead.
You come home and ask your neighbor, "Where's Fido?"
Yeah, I'm just sitting here like, you know, a dog is one thing, but puppies,
right?
That's just
bad.
Yeah, it is sad. It really is.
I am so against that. It's not even funny. And yet I'm just like, it's not mine, not my business. It's not my country. So I'm just going to sit here and fume, as it were, because there's nothing I can do about it.
My bad. Right.
If that shit happened in my country,
true.
I'd be gut stomping right now. But fuck that shit.
Well, it probably does with people who have a taste for it. It's a tough topic because in areas that people are really hungry, they do what they got to do. Now, what this family did it was totally unnecessary the way they prepared the puppies. No reason to do that, right? But
Yeah.
in a lot of cultures, they eat whack shit. Like when we were stationed from Hawaii to Guam, they gave us a brochure about what to expect. And one of the things on the brochure said that, you know, just be aware, local people there eat iguana. And, you know, it was kind of like a brochure with all these cultural things to be prepared for mentally, you know. They never mentioned dog, though, and people ate the shit out of some dog and cat.
Hey guys, check this out. I'm going to go ahead and link this, y'all. This is actually the way that we want people to be, right here. Hold on a second. Grab the snap of that thing up. Control C. Control V. And enter. That's how you want people to be. Righteous. You know, do something with your life. This is fucking Aldi going and actually being a good human being. Trip out on this. He fucking he put down the fucking troll handle. Put down the troll hammer. And that's how you win. Well done. That's winning honestly and righteously.
Dude, I just went over there. Fuck yes, that is hilarious. You know what? He's unraveling, and maybe it was a good thing. We can all be a little bit, let's say, Christian, and say, you know, maybe hitting him back and pointing out how inhumane his behavior was and how wrong. That maybe he lost a few nights of sleep, and maybe he needed to. Maybe it was a wake-up call. Maybe he was at rock bottom. Maybe we don't know, right?
We don't know. All that we can do is just pray for the man.
Yep.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
To all of us, everyone pat yourself on the back because we all slayed that game. And
to all of you.
Yep.
POB to all of you.
Man, that's like amazing and also a little bit sad. I almost feel bad for him now.
Don't feel bad for the man. Feel happy for him. He's doing something righteous.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's kind of deep, dude. That's deep. Like, that's not his MO at all. I don't watch this person, so I have no idea if that's ever happened before.
Grasshopper, can you grab pebble from hand?
That's the whole point of that. Grasshopper, grab pebble from hand.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes. Ironically, we cast a few pearls before swine, and it might have worked.
It's like I said, pick pebble from hand.
Yeah. And then,
And like Song said, he couldn't do it. And it made him want to learn.
Huh. Yep. This is a deep moment. I'm kind of taken back by this because, I'm a little speechless, to be honest. He was, the earlier stream that he did, he was obviously uncomfortable and kind of upset with his people. So seeing this is, an hour later, very interesting.
When righteousness touches your heart and you affect it in a wrong manner, it will strike back at you and you will be driven from righteousness and into the arms of the Lord, where he will inevitably make you whole and you will become righteous.
Y'all have got me lost. I'm as lost as Ray Charles in Disneyland.
Yeah, man couldn't hear around, couldn't see around. Oh shit. Yeah. So thank you very much for all that you have all done. That is the way to stand up righteous, is to give and affect another to the point where they don't actually feel good about being evil. Once they feel good about doing things the right way, you'll see somebody grow up and get their asses out of the freaking hole they were in.
I think the burrito has spaghetti in it. I'm just saying. I was taking a look. I was going to say about the question earlier, one of the worst things that I made was a mac and cheese taco.
If you like spaghetti burritos, more power to the man. I'm Italian myself, so that sounds kind of good, actually.
You know, I'm going to be honest. I love a spaghetti burrito. I'll take leftover spaghetti and put it in a tortilla shell and then kind of like grill it in some oil, and it's almost like a chimichanga spaghetti thing. It's really good. Okay. So the drunk macaroni and cheese taco, the reason that was yucky is because I used Kraft macaroni and cheese. I didn't make like homemade like I usually do, or really good mac and cheese. So it was blue box in a shitty shell, and in my head it sounded really good. I don't recommend that, but spaghetti burritos are great.
Drunk mac and cheese in a burrito. That's
Not
the new one.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yes, anything can be a burrito. Anything could be a sandwich. Anything could be a pizza. And there's one thing that that you can't make anything on, and that can't make everything on, and that is a grill.
Uh-huh. Right. It's hard to grill lima beans. I'm telling you, it's a nightmare.
lima beans. Yeah, them little suckers keep falling through the grate.
Yeah, they're so disrespectful.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Well,
it's horrible. You can't grill beans. You can't grill rice. If you've ever tried to grill spaghetti, it kind of gets all over the place. And if you've ever tried to fry popcorn, it gets all over the place without a lid.
Now, you got to watch out, because I used to make gross jokes about white rice.
I think we better be.
Oh, well, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. You'll have to use discernment on that.
Yeah. There's some jokes about white rice that will make you want to throw up and never eat rice again. Believe it or don't, I try to avoid eating rice. It's like one of those preps that I just keep in the closet to make it look good.
Those jokes that I used were usually when I was being obnoxious to somebody.
Right. I got it. Roger that.
Maggots in a bowl.
Yeah. We used to call one of my very best friends Beaner, and you can understand why.
Yeah, my nickname used to be Beanie by my sister.
Really? No way. Speaking of food nicknames, my nickname was Olive Oil, based on the Popeye character, because I'm tall and lanky.
Blaine wasn't born; he was hatched.
Oh, I see. And which
yeah, right. I'm laughing with you, but no, I'm not no lizard person. Where's there it is. Coffee cup.
Dude, Navy vet, Jim Bob, I see you. You boys are new. I would. We had a question earlier, and the women were crickets on it. Navy vet already kind of answered it, but Bug Dude and Jim Bob, what is the worst thing that you ate? And maybe you were drunk or half asleep or whatever, some kind of not really being with it that you thought was going to be amazing, or you just didn't realize because Song of the South said that somebody had eaten a can of cat food. I think he said his son made himself a cat food sandwich when he was drunk one night and didn't realize it was cat food. Bioxo, you can answer too. Hugs and kisses. What are we making there, B?
I'm making coffee.
Coffee, the staple of life.
Yeah. The staple is staying awake.
Right.
When I wake up in the morning, I put it in an IV.
Damn near.
Yeah, they could actually stick this stuff into an IV and just, set me back, and I'd be happy for life.
It's a good old 30 HD crude weight.
Morning Spike.
Like car engine oil.
The only reason why I put milk in my coffee is because I brew my coffee so strong that it'll knock a horse on its ass.
Right.
And if I don't, I'll be sitting there going.
I'm the same way because I like my coffee real strong.
Yep. People say I make mud.
People say that I could make stronger coffee than my aunt, and I say no. She actually makes some coffee that's so strong, you pour it into the cup and the cup shatters out of sympathy.
Bug dude, it could be either. My original question was on accident because the person who made the cat food sandwich did not realize it was cat food. However, you could answer both. I will be right back. I'm going to step away for just a minute. I got to check on something. I'll be right back.
Okay. Have fun, yeah? All right. Java. Coach down. Yeah, coffee that can put hair on your chest.
Yeah, I just made a big heavy cup of Colombian.
That is Veranda Blonde. Yeah, I know. Starbucks. Woo! Everybody hates Starbucks.
Starbucks. I just can't see spending $10 for a cup of coffee.
Oh no, not for a cup. I'll spend $10 on a pound of it. A pound of whole bean. Because you do whole bean right and it tastes good. Oh.
I guess there's three things that I'm mainly a connoisseur over, and that's coffee, cheese, and bread.
See, I'm not a connoisseur of breads. I'm good with my coffee. I'm good with my alcoholic drinks.
Alcoholic.
That's what my grandmama used to call it.
But officer, you're not as drunk as you think I am.
I'm not as think as you drunk I am. Oh, but I can get there.
If you don't like the way I drive, get off the sidewalk.
More like I chauffeur. I only had 2 martinis. You mind stepping back? I'm gonna puke. Yeah, that's the kind of drunk I used to get. Yummy.
So did Bug Dude answer yet? Okay, no.
Bug dude. I thought I saw him say something earlier. What was it?
Oh, he was asking messed up thing we ate on purpose or accident. He hasn't answered that one yet. Hey, Chev. Chevio, what's the most disgusting thing that you've eaten either on purpose because you wanted to see or on accident because you were so drunk that you didn't know?
I think we've all known mine, which was fried beef melt. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten.
Did you say a Rocky Mountain oyster?
No, fried beef melt. But the Rocky Mountain oysters are fried. I love Rocky Mountain oysters. They actually taste good.
Oh.
Fried beef.
That's when you go. My name's Daryl. My sister's named Daryl. My dog's named Daryl.
Right. My brother Daryl. My other brother Daryl.
And my other brother Daryl.
When I'm saying what I'm saying is beef melt.
Oh.
If you don't know what beef melt is, have you ever been to the South, down where, dirty South Cajun style? Beef melt.
Okay.
Gator
Why
bait.
is it bad?
Oh my God. Those of you with weak constitutions, turn away.
All right.
It is beef liver that has been allowed to ferment. Smells a bit like raw sewage.
Oh no.
And then they fry it, or they use it as gator bait. That's what they normally use it for, is gator bait. Ooh, yeah, a beer can recently relegated to ashtray.
Yeah, that's killing me there. Morning, Eric. I see you. Welcome back, Bella.
Yeah, Navy vet, you would puke if you ate freaking. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. There is no man alive. I don't give a shit if you got a cast iron gut. I do have a cast iron gut. You're going outside and you are retching your ass off until you can't stop puking.
Right. That's really unfortunate.
Oh, I got to tell you something, because it's very interesting.
Go for it.
You still there?
Yeah. Oh, shit. What happened now? I blame the yips, damn it. It ain't me. I got all yippy on me.
Bug Dude says that him and his friends would dare each other to eat anything out of the fridge, no matter how long it was in there or whether or not they knew what it was. And I mean, that's pretty classic. I'd be curious if there was anything that made you puke, Bug, or close to it.
Don't click on that last link. That was not the one. Damn it. Oh, there's Song. All right. Give it a second, brother. You're not connected yet, but you can. You'll get up here. I'm going to keep on keeping on what I was doing. And anybody who wants to come in, this is the actual link.
Navy vet, balut is disgusting. It's an egg that's partially full, developed, and it is cured for a very long time. You crack into it, and it's a combination of rot and half of an embryo. I'm talking feathers, a little bit of beak, and they'll just straight up mow it down in 3 bites, like gangster style. It's Filipino, and it's atrocious. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gross.
I know you know what it is.
Gross. Like, don't get me wrong. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
I've had the, I've been there. I've done that. It was a different kind, but it was, still nasty. All right. I'm sorry. It's just not to my palate.
No. I have not tried it. I've seen it and I've seen it consumed, but I choose not to imbibe.
Never again.
Well, you can try everything once, I guess.
Yeah, but I will never do it again. That was gross.
You know what, Unscrupulous? You are always on point. He said shed spread and country crock. Again, winning. Oh, man.
That's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I don't eat margarine. And yes, we used to use it to thin out our paints.
What?
Yeah, oil paints.
Okay. Because it's
We
just
use
oil.
it-
Oh.
Yeah, it's not just oil. We used to use it to thin out our oil paint. And my mom's got several oil paintings that are up right now that are her. All right. She used to go by the painter's name V. Whitman, and it was her ex-husband before my dad.
Wow. So did you melt it down before mixing it with the, you're talking about oil paints for on a canvas, painting on canvas.
You don't melt it down because otherwise it doesn't hold its shape.
Oh,
You
wow.
want it to hold its shape. So what you do is you put your dyes in and whatnot that you're going to use. You mix it up really well, and it turns into kind of like a gloopy, globby kind of schmoo. And then you'd keep that in the fridge, and you'd add some egg white to it. Of course, you'd mix that together, and that there will make a very good oil-based paint. And once it dries, it takes several months to dry. But once it dries, it is permanent, and it cannot. It holds its form, it holds its shape, and it holds its color very well.
Yeah, because I would think it might smudge a little bit, that it wouldn't stabilize entirely. But that's an amazing idea. Bug Dude, that's a nightmare. I've heard of people doing that in their car, people who drive a lot or drive across country for work or whatever, and not grab the right bottle and just chug their own piss.
Oh.
Yeah.
No mas. No mas.
Do a sniff test, for fuck's sake. Come on.
At this point now, I really need to do something in order to freaking clean up my taste buds. You got something for a song?
Clean up like a palate cleanser?
Mm-hmm.
Best palate cleanser is brushing your teeth.
No, best palate cleanser for nasty, when you've funny enough, I found this out the hard way. If you've thrown up, or if you've had bile in your mouth recently, the best palate cleanser is actually smoke.
Really?
Yes, what it does is it'll bite your taste buds back and make it so that you can't taste anything but the smoke.
Okay, right. So that would be symptom management.
Yep.
Using smoke, but yeah.
My favorite cure-all is moonshine. You can use it for medicine, you can drink it, or you can dump it in your car if you run out of gas.
Mm-hmm. That right there is the best cure-all, because let me put it this way: you can distill your own fuel. Who gives a flying fuck about the gas prices or tea in China?
Hey, stay independent.
Oh, I was going to tell you an interesting little tidbit of information that I found out.
Shoot.
Our vice president came to my state the other day.
Yeah.
And guess who the first person that she made contact with? And she supposedly was here about the COVID-19 nonsense.
Yeah, well, what's that? Who's that?
The NAACP and Jesse Jackson.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That was the very first people that she contacted. It didn't have nothing to do with the pandemic. Thought that was kind of interesting. And you know what my state governor told her? He says, we don't mind visitors, but the problem's down at the border.
Yeah. There is a problem at the border. Let me put it this way. If they've gone so far into our land as to start freaking setting up signal mines and fucking road flares and shit that go off when you drive past and shit, you know, you got to start questioning shit. You got to say, you know, wait a minute. You know, I should have freedom to traverse in my, you know, in my country without having to worry about somebody's shit blowing up the inside of my truck.
I noticed it. I noticed that the state of Texas grew some plutonium ones.
Yeah, Jesse seems to be a gatekeeper for their community as far as anytime they go somewhere, that's who greets you.
Yeah, and I noticed this too. Within 3 to 5 miles, she had all of her Secret Service yes men all blocking all the roads off.
Really?
Yeah, you couldn't get within 5 miles of that place.
Is that unusual? What's the usual spread?
I don't know. I don't know what their protocol is.
Depends on the zone. If they're going into what they consider to be a war zone, then Secret Service will put a perimeter of at least 5 miles, if not 10 or 15. The 15-mile perimeter is normally one that you will not see, nor will you ever know it's there unless you know what you're looking at. The one that is 10 miles will be a little bit more, obtrusive, but you'll still have a difficult time seeing it until you get to that 5 mile perimeter. And then they're so far up your ass, you can taste you can taste what they had for lunch, and, you can smell their breath.
The bad mistake that she made, that she came into a Republican state with a Republican governor.
Mm-hmm.
And also a Second Amendment sanctuary.
Yeah, well, see, that's one of the things. When they consider it a war zone, that's for any politician. They do that. Now, for them, for that wing of the bird, it's kind of dangerous to be in them zones. And I almost say it, but, not a lot of people like her. Not a lot of people like her politics.
Yep.
Now, I'd never. Well, she landed here with Air Force Two.
Yeah. As I was saying, me personally, I'd never strike at her. But damn it, what she's doing is what's wrong with our country. And I could actually understand why she'd be afraid.
Blaine, you always know what I've always been told. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's not a damn giraffe.
Very wise.
I was always taught MR ducks, CM wings.
CM wings. You make a good point, though, that it's not really safe. I agree that even though her boss is the most popular of all time ever, She is not. She is not. And I would be concerned in her shoes. I'd wonder if we're looking at a double.
Well, another thing I know about her, you know, she went horizontal to get her vertical position where she's at now.
Yeah, we all talk good shit, but I'm just saying, you know, besides all that, her politics.
Right.
Her politics have made it so that it is difficult in this country to be a human being. If
Right.
you're of any other persuasion, I'll say, than what he has deemed as is appropriate.
I think I've come to the position in my life now that with all the nonsense that's going on, I'm just going to go ahead and let Rome burn, and then I'll worry about what's left over.
Right. I think there's some wisdom in that, because all of the empires fall for their own fault. And in a way, maybe we have to go through this in order to come out as a phoenix and start fresh.
My father just turned 93 years old a couple of days ago.
Congrats.
And I told him, I said, well, happy half a century and 4 decades, you know, we're a Grant and 4 Hamiltons.
Right.
And I told him, I said, you know, the bad thing about today's politics is completely different to what he grew up with. And I told him, I said, you know, the corruption that's in our government now, they're dug in like a Georgia tick. And it's going to take a while to get them out.
Yep. And if you do it too hasty, you leave the head of the tick in and you still get the disease.
Yep.
Exactly. My grandmother lived to be 103, I think.
Wow. Amazing.
I'll be happy if I make it to 80.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not far from there.
Right.
I quit having birthdays. I quit. I stopped.
Living to 103 by the end of her life, what was her opinion on how the world was going?
You know what was so ironic about it? Like Blaine told you, I'm like a historical kind of guy, but I've done a lot of research with all my family's background. Is all the way back to 1640. My family came to the United States in 1640. On the globe, they came on the ship called the Globe of London to the right of Isle, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Isle of Wight, Virginia. Excuse me, I got it backwards.
Yeah.
And anyway, to make a long story short, my grandmother was born in Oklahoma Indian Territory. It was not even a state.
Mm-hmm.
But she was kind of a very well reserved woman. You know, she didn't talk very much unless she had something important to say.
If you don't mind me asking, what year did she die? What was going on at that time?
It was in 2017, I believe.
Oh, wow. So recently. So
yes.
She was born 1914 or 13. That's interesting. She would have been born right around the Spanish influenza and passed away at the cycle continuing.
My mother is also from Oklahoma.
Bug dude, what you talking about, damn independent? Son, that's what I am. Damn independent.
No, he's talking about her message, Build Back Better. If you change the 3 B's to 6s, it's the logo is changed to a 6-6. And another.
But basically my opinion about this, if you live past 90 years old, you're on the grace of God.
Right. Just be thankful and deal.
And my father gets around better than I do. And I mean, I'm only 62. And he gets around better than I do.
Huh.
Well, say it this way. I don't get around the same way as I used to when I was 20, but I'm still a tough old bastard, or young bastard, as it were.
You're a young bastard for sure. No offense to your mother.
Yeah, you little whippersnapper.
Yeah.
See, my daddy, he was a great man. I wish y'all could have met him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew my dad, but that doesn't mean that he's alive now, which would qualify me for a bastard trophy.
Okay, guys, I have to jump out. It's bedtime for the child. I'll see you over at our neighbor's house, but it has been a blast. Thanks for having me on again, Blaine.
As always, thank you for coming up here.
For sure. I'll see you in a little bit.
Take care.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet you. I'll see y'all soon.
All righty then. So yeah, everybody's in that's out there is welcome to come up here. We will stream until Dangerous Freedom goes live, and hopefully he's learned how to use a bait stream. But as it were, I ain't mad at the man for whatever he does. That's his way. So now he was speaking on what was it? Well, song. Why don't you tell everybody about Great Granddaddy John?
About who?
John Black.
Oh, the connection between me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fought at Fort Sumter when they fired the first shots of the Civil War. And then he left out west, ended up in Oklahoma, and then their relatives ended up out in California where you're at.
Yep. Now what wasn't let's see here. Was some about the battle of the battle at the crater is where he went, and he was actually on the Confederate side and ended up getting killed there.
He died in Charleston. He died in Charleston, but his boys is the ones that moved out west, out to California and Oklahoma.
Yeah. But
he died at Fort Sumter on Sullivan's Island at Fort Sumter in 1862. If you know anything about history, back then they didn't have a lot of cures for diseases.
No.
Diseases would wipe out a whole army platoon quicker than a bullet would.
Yeah.
If they got smallpox or the measles was highly contagious at that time. There was no.
It was very contagious at that time, and it still is to the same degree. It's just nowadays human beings have a better
immune level to it.
Yeah,
but it wiped out 2/3 of his company. The measles did alone, because back then everything was. It's not like it is in today's modern medicine. Back then, everything was a hacksaw and a bottle of morphine.
Well, yeah, that's the truth. And everything was. That's how they treated stuff like gangrene and
the
everything else. The Red Cross.
The
Well,
Red Cross did not come into existence until right at World War One.
right. And they didn't actually understand analgesics well enough to be able to use them as antibacterials. Um, and that's why a lot of the time you'd see surgeons in the field using alcohol to sterilize a wound and not paying attention to the fact that it can repurpose itself into gas gangrene if it's not kept clean.
Exactly.
You have
Exactly.
to keep the wound clean. The alcohol is great for killing off the initial infection, but if you don't keep it clean, then what's going to end up happening is about in a like 3 or 4 hours after the wound itself is exposed and becomes uh, reinfected, it will
Back in
start
that,
to
back
create
in
a
that,
bacterial infection.
back, back in that time, you know, the diseases and the gangrene probably killed more soldiers than the bullets did.
Yes, sir. And like I said, it was all due to not so much medical misinformation, but just a lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge. That's exactly what it is. A lack of knowledge.
Fuck you, screw tube.
Screw tube. You call it screw. You call it screw tube, and I call the other one Facebook.
That's what my daddy used to call it, was Facebook. Speaking of which, you know what?
Or they would say idiots post it and imbeciles read it.
You know, I want y'all real quick to say hi to Dad. That's what's left of him. This is what I have left of my dad. And he's with us at all times. That's John Price right there. Now, if I had a picture of him, I'd certainly show that out. Because if you had ever met the man, you'd understand. Hey, you know, he was a loving man. He was a great man, and he went out there and tried hard to make it so that if he went through a day without teaching somebody something, you know, it was something he considered a failure. So he always tried to teach someone. That's why I'm like that, and you know, that's why I try to bring good information to y'all. Just like a song here.
But mine and your connection is where my third great grandfather moved to California. To California.
Reconnect. I gotta use YouTube backdoor. There we go. I'm back. I'm back. Mine eyes have seen the coming of the glory of the Lord. He's tramping out the grapes and tramping out the stalks where the grapes of wrath. I can't remember. It's all good.
You still with me?
Yes, I'm still here, cousin.
Yeah, I think I lost connection or something. I'm gonna have to stick his phone up that squirrel's butt again and send him up the tree.
Too much, bro. Too much. I kid. It's not too much, YouTube. Don't get your panties in a wad.
I'm gonna have to go back to sending smoke signals. You know, and actually, all due reality, you know, the cell phones that we got today are actually antiques because the government's got better stuff than what we got.
Oh, yeah.
We got the dinosaurs left over from yesterday.
Yeah, we got the dinosaurs left over from the Iraq War, as it were. That's when this technology came into being, one of the most potent technologies.
Yeah,
both in
they
the
just
civilian
now
market,
released it.
especially
They
in the
just-
military.
They just now released the 5G to us. They probably got 10G.
There's possibility, but I think that actually the bandwidth that they're operating on is a little smaller. Let me see here. Go ahead and scroll down so I can see y'all in the chat there. That way everything will come in clear. All right. Now I got it. All right. Sorry, I'm doing techie crap. And I am not technologically inclined. I just learned this over hard trial and error. Okay. I do not want that on usage access. Let's just set this home.
Because if I lose you, it's because of a bad connection.
Yeah. It happens because, you know, I go and I do what I can. But we all lose our internet connection every now and then, especially when they're firing up that freaking the system, or they have to recharge that system. It's an electromagnetic shell that allows us to be able to transfer within. The military is running it in more on the level of trying to protect us from cosmic energy than it is to really boost electronics, but it helps the electronics. So that's why I was telling Virginia earlier, you know, wait about like 2 or 3 minutes. It should be perfectly fine. And depending on the electrical signal of your region, you could end up having other issues, other complications like storms that knock out your ability to be online. At least as far as the wireless connection is concerned. If you have Ethernet, that'd be great. You know, I wish I could plug my Ethernet into my computer, but my computer won't take it. It doesn't have the connections for Ethernet, so I got to go get me a adapter and fun shit for that. Any Hoosiers, I do not think that Dangerous is alive yet. Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna go ahead and
My computer system liked my ex-wife better than it did me, so I don't have the luxury of a computer right now.
it happens, cousin. I tell you, it happens. But you know what the nice thing is that if you've got if you got a connection at all, you can have somebody who is of that techie variety come in and actually fix stuff. Hi, Billy. And real quick, Billy, truth be told, brother, I want to apologize for being short and snippy with you earlier this morning. Uh, I've been up for like close to 24 hours, and I was on that point of having a hard morning. So I'm sorry I took it out on you and let my aggression get the better of me. Oh, I do apologize. Maybe I should keep that open just so we got the proper boost on that. All right. Maybe I need to go run some water real quick, make a Faraday cage indoors. Well, shucks, cuz go ahead and keep people entertained for a couple minutes while I'll be right back. All right.
Oh well, I'll try unless the trolls knock me off.
All right. Well, they ain't gonna let. I ain't gonna let them. I'll bring you back up 100%. You know it. Come on, you pain in the ass. Electrical. Oh shit! Oh no! We had a drop. I blame the yips. Damn it! It might be my electrical connection. Remember, I said I was going and I was doing that EM shielding around the building. We have water pipes that run all the way through the top of the roof and then back down. And yeah, it happens. The electrical. What I did was I shielded my Wi-Fi from cosmic energy by taking and running hot water through the pipes. When the pipes have hot water in them, they will electrify, and because they're grounded, they create a Faraday cage effect. So some pretty interesting, important knowledge for y'all, especially if you're in the city. Most houses have water that run through the pipes over the top of the house in order to aid in the heating of the pipes, or aid in the heating of water. So your hot water lines will run over the top of the house, and your cold water lines will run direct in. Run hot water, and then that creates that Faraday cage effect. The hotter that your water gets before you shut it off, the stronger the effect. That has to do with the properties of this one right here. Copper. They stole your logo and handle. Are you saying that, okay, this person is not you? JH556 here. Yeah, if they stole your handle, that is misappropriation of technological properties. It's illegal in every state of the union. That is considered a cybercrime, and it can get you thrown in jail. So if your handle is being utilized, you need to gain photographic or digital evidence, log it away. All right, put it in a flash drive and keep a hold on that and utilize that as evidence in a court of law. That's the only thing that will stop those people. They should not be doing that, and that is slander. And it's actually electronic slander, by the way, which is a cybercrime. It's okay. Deep breath. Okay? It'll be all right. If they're utilizing your handle and your name, but it's not you, and you can prove that this is what's going on, then you are able to take that and take them to court. Yes, it is liable defamation, and it is 100% illegal. And with the ability that we all have, all right, to spoof other people's channels, and it's very easy to fall into that. I would suggest you don't. Okay, that would be a job to get in touch with Moose Man about, all right, and also to get in touch with FBI Cybercrimes Division, all right. Yes, YouTube has an outlet that goes directly to Cybercrimes Division. It's identity theft, just like that, identity theft or privacy invasion. Okay, they're invading your privacy by taking your personal technological property and using it for defamation. Now, like I said, if you can prove that it is not you, you have to show that it is not you, and they can check that out through the electronics. There are some really smart people as far as technological innovation is concerned that work for the United States government, especially in the Department of Justice. All right, and that's what I'm talking about. This is one of those things where the FBI is on your side. No, don't make a new profile. You don't need to. All right. We know who you are. We know who you are here. And that's the best way to keep allies on your side. You don't need to make a new profile. All right? What you need to do is you need to gather the evidence, and then you have to turn it over to the proper authorities. You do that by starting a criminal investigation. In order to get the criminal investigation started, you have to make certain sacrifices. And none of us want to have the FBI in our world. All right, you only let them in on certain grounds, and you make them understand perfectly clear that inside of your home and where you go, your personal space within 3 feet of you is your property. Okay, they have to understand you are within that zone. That is your personal property, your personal space. All right, they have no right to it. They do not have jurisdiction within it until such time as you fuck up and allow them to have that jurisdiction. That's the reality of this. You haven't fucked up, they are on your side. I know you don't want a part of it, but if they're going to destroy your ability to be online because they are utilizing defamation, you have to fight them. You can't just sit there and go, okay, well, I'm going to just take the back seat on this. Because if you take a back seat on this, then in essence, you are empowering a bully. And that's as I was saying, empowering bullies is something I do not approve of. So you have your choice, but you have to go at this head on, or you're going to end up taking it up the tailpipe, as it were. Come on up, Spike. Come on up, Billy. Come on up, whoever. I got no qualms. I'm just saying, I want everybody to be on a righteous footing. You're the target because of association. And that's the way it is. That's how they are. That's how they operate. They see guilt by association just like we do. The only difference is that they do not like a righteous person. Yeah, we watched their raids. We tried to stop their raids and whatnot, and that's what they didn't like. And yeah, Dangerous was the original target. Anybody who was there, anybody who enjoys freedom and liberty. That's always what they're going to go after. They can't stand to see you so liberated, so free and so happy when they themselves can't be, because they won't stand up for their rights and their freedoms, their liberty. And that's the difference. You guys have stood for it. That's why I'm saying, you don't count a man or a woman out until they are truly out. And that's why I said, you can take this to court. They are utilizing defamation against you. You have the evidence. So now you have the capability in order to prove their culpability. You start the investigation, and the police will watch. The FBI will watch. Cybercrimes Division will watch. They will analyze, and they will make appropriate arrests in the instances necessary. Like I said, if it ties back to you, and the only way it would do that is if you were the one who did all of this. If it ties back to you, then yeah, you'll be kicked off. But I know it's not you, because obviously, you know, like I said, we're not that kind of people. So they probably, the FBI would not come after you. They would actually go and they would look and they would do the investigations that are proper. Don't run. That's not that's not something you do. You got to stand staunch. I mean, yeah, if it's too stressful, I understand, but don't look, this is how you beat them, all right? You have to be on the same, online at the same time as they are on a different area to prove your alibi. You understand me? So prove your alibi. Let us be your alibi. Honestly. Yeah, this ain't a you do you situation there, Spike. Honestly, this is a situation of we need to back our brothers and sisters. We are the militia. And if we allow one to fall, then we allow all to fall. We are all links in a chain. By strengthening others, that's how we empower ourselves. Stand united. And that's why I'm saying, JH, you stay here and, let us be your alibi. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the numbers are going up because they're coming after us next. I'm going to need all the wrenches I got. You're one of my best. I'll say that. You've been one of my best. Yeah, you're right. I got you, Spike. I hear you. It is nerve-wracking shit. And that's why we all got to be for each other and back each other in the hard times. And this is a hard time for JH. You and I, we're frontline, brother. And that's what I'm saying. We back each other. This is how we do it. Let us be your alibi. Let us be strong for you. That's how we continue forward. You see a brother in arms fall. You pick them up by the scruff of their neck, and you keep on moving forwards. You get to a defensible position. You work on the wounds. You bring them back, alive. That's the idea. Yeah, it hurts for the first few minutes. Why is it? Okay, hold on. Don't anybody go running off half-cocked. We don't need to go taking anybody out. Let's just walk peaceably and do so with righteousness. And if there comes a time where we must fight with righteous vigor, then that will be the moment. Yeah, digitally, I understand, but, we will fight back with righteous vigor on a righteous battlefield, not taking it to them in a manner of aggression that is untoward. For every action, there has to be a reason. Otherwise, we are culpable. Let's try and be for each other. Not against each other. Okay? We got to build each other up. We are all here. We're alibi for each other. We are protection for each other. If you are on here, and trust me, I've done the whole digital spoofing crap myself. All right? If you're on here, you cannot run to another set and be doing something else in another place. It doesn't work. Because all of that leaves digital breadcrumbs. A trail. All right. Well, welcome to the Freedom Stream. Welcome to the Freedom Forum. Come on up. Unleash, let loose, brother. Help yourself relax. I've had hard days at work. I've had easy days at work. Sometimes you need to have someone to talk to and just get it off your chest. You know? That's the place where you get to do that. Just let it loose, let it fly, and not have to worry about, somebody gonna fucking tear into your ass for fucking bullshit. That's why I don't allow bullying here. Because that is an effort of bullying. You don't tear into other people just because. It's one thing when they're attacking you. When somebody's attacking you, by all rights, you got right and ready. Go after them. But if they're not attacking you directly or attacking somebody who is in your purview, well. Hey, everybody. Guess what? Dangerous just went live. It's been lovely. I hate to kick you off. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Last call for alcohol and suds. I love y'all. I will see you over on Dangerous Freedom After Dark. And carry your wrenches with you. And if necessary, bring a hammer. All right. Much love, everybody. God bless. EO Guardsman on is out.